So today I want to talk about breakups for two reasons. The first one is because a breakup happens to all of us across our life. And the second reason is because I have a coaching program that focuses on helping people reconnect to themselves after a breakup or after an abusive relationship or after having been ghosted. When I talk about abuse, I talk about any sort of abuse. And when I talk about relationship, I talk about any sort of relationship, same-sex relationship, LGBTQ relationship, anything. So right now you might be in your pre-healing stage. I like to call it pre-healing stage, just before getting on your healing journey. The pre-healing stage is very complicated. You are trying to make sense of what at the moment doesn't make sense. You have a lot of questions, and perhaps some of you are trying to get in touch with your ex-partner to get some answers, or to get them to meet you, or maybe to get them back. Now, I want to ask you, how successful have you been in doing that, or in getting answers from your ex-partner? There's a high probability that if that person walk away, depending on how difficult the ending was, you might not be getting any answers. But their silence is actually, and unfortunately, an answer. Now I know a lot of you are looking for what we call closure. That closure. This is a really difficult concept. And I want to tell you that the only closure that you can get, or the only person that can give you closure, is yourself. But just be careful. Don't focus on giving yourself closure right now. You are hurting, you are in pain, you are sad, you are maybe regretting things of the past. But right now, the most important is that you start getting better. I know what they did, I know what they said, I know what they are trying to do, but right now it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore what they did, it doesn't matter anymore what they are doing. We don't want to care anymore. What matters right now is what we do with our lives, what you do with your life right now. The good news in that, because there's a little bit of hope in that process, is that whatever you're trying to do, whether it is to get your ex back or to move on, there are some famous coaches that say that to get your ex back or to try to move on is exactly the same process. Isn't that great? So the only thing you need to do is actually to work on yourself and make yourself happy. To do the things you like, to meet the people you like, to do anything that makes you happy. A couple of months ago, a friend of mine asked me, why did your partner fall in love with you? I remember what my partner said at that time. They said they fell in love with me because I had stars in my eyes. And at that moment, especially towards the end of my relationship, it was so complicated and difficult that I think I had no more stars in my eyes. And I realized that, and I decided that I should not remain in that state. Whether I wanted them to come back in my life, or whether I wanted to move on, like people call it, and you know by now I don't like to say moving on. But whether I wanted to move on, it was the exact same process. And so I thought, that's amazing. Actually, this breakup is an opportunity for me to work on myself, to finally rediscover myself and to do the things I like to do. It had been many years that I had not focused on myself. I had only focused on the other person for very specific reasons. And so I took this as a challenge. I was like, can I make myself happy? Can I grow that inner happiness? And that's what I want to ask you today. Don't look for what they are doing or what they did. Ground yourself in the present moment and look at your happiness within yourself. Don't search for it into someone's hands or someone's eyes or just with someone else. It has to come from within yourself. Nobody's perfect. Maybe you've done some mistakes, and that's okay. I don't care about who you were. I don't care about what you did. I don't care about what they did. I really, really care about what you are going to do with those mistakes, what you are going to do with that pain. I want you to believe in yourself. What if you were doing the things you cannot do? You know that I like to say that. So, are you ready? I want to hear, yes, coach. Right. Getting on your healing journey is all about mental conditioning. Sometimes when we are in extreme situations and extreme pain, we have to find solid solutions to our pain. I want you to see it as a sport, as an Olympic discipline. You are going to get mentally prepared to heal. My coaching program focuses on getting strength and resilience so that no matter what happens in that healing journey, you might stop, you might look back, but you will never walk back. One day, you will look back at the end of this journey and you will realize you are a very different person. I know I've already said that many, many times, but this can really happen. So right now, forget about the closure. Forget about those answers. Right now, focus on what you are going to do with your life. Thank you.